Hello. Okay, just hang on. Yellow, 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 yellow. I don't know why I'm saying yellow. There's nothing yellow here except my papers. Okay. Hi guys, how are you? I'm James Murphy, aka the TBC Powerbox. Welcome to my live stream, live from South Africa at 35 minutes past 7. On the 1st of July 2018. Can you believe it? 7 months into 2018. We've only got 5 months left of this year. Five. Not four, five. It's amazing. Okay, hello to my beautiful wife, Corina. Kia ora, Jules Ann from New Zealand. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Okay, guys, there's a blog post that came out yesterday, two of them. And today, but I'll be going through blog posts. I don't really think there was anything that came out today. I haven't been on the blog in the last 2 hours or 3 hours. No, it's nothing new. It's just two blogs that came out yesterday. No, one that came out today, sorry, Stephen Cuffey. And June cruise contest results. There's three that came out yesterday that I want to read. No, you can say that. Hello, everybody. Okay. Let's just check the comments here. Hello to Anne. Okay. Okay, there is a few awesome blogs I want to go through. So let me jump right through to it. Okay, sounds on. Okay, Tango. Okay. And Jules is here. Yes, I said hi to Jules already. Okay, so here's the first blog. Stephen Cuffey has accepted the invitation to accompany Randy Wilson on the trip to Africa. There's Stephen Cuffey. And, okay, let's just first say congratulations to Stephen Cuffey as he takes on this journey, as we have done it before and it was amazing. And we're hoping for further journeys to come. Okay. Be careful what you wish for is something my mama taught me as a child. Stephen has planted a wish in many of his broadcasts, and I decided to grant it. There is a blog post where admin says, "Careful what you wish for, Stephen." Mary Ann. Mary Ann had her wish come true and she went to Uganda because I decided to pay for her and her son's airfare to go there. I'm not a holy person. God touches my heart. I do give as I feel God requires of me. God singled out Randy Wilson and made it known to me that he was needed in a greater role. Then Randy accepted the invitation. God is raising Mary Ann to become a powerhouse woman in the cause of liberty, and I can already see the words written about her in the future history books. And I see the great works that Stephen is one of the sharpest tools in the shed and needs to go to Africa to fulfill God's purpose instilled in him before he was even born on earth. I will sponsor and pay for his first trip as he accompanies Randy there this fall. But Africa will become Stephen's second home, and I see he will travel there often in the future by his own means. The $10 payments you all make here in TBC are a personal stewardship. Even though I am only accountable to God on how they are used and not to be accountable how any man or woman on their use. If you can accept that, then we are all good. But if you cannot, then that's your personal problem. It is my heart's desire to serve God, and that is the only authority in my life. I am as common as they come, yet good enough to work with the Creator of all things. Soon migration will be behind us, and then we will make plans to send these men to Africa and support the mass majority of our TBC community there. Africa is a furnace of great suffering, and out of it will come heroes of humanity refined by that fire. Now that's a great blog where Admin speaks about my mom, Randy Wilson, and Stephen Cuffey. Now, yeah, Admin says I've called for the resignation of all official TBC leaders. Okay. He has a poster. Okay. Now, guys, this is a bit of a not that big, but it's big enough. Okay, I'm gonna need my glasses for this one.
Just on the previous blog that you read about Stephen going with Randy to Africa, it's going to be an awesome privilege for them to be there, privilege for you and me to go to Uganda.
Yes.
And with what Admin states in that article on how he sees me, I'd just like to say to Admin, thank you for the belief that you've got in me and the way you see me in the future. And I'm going to go far and beyond what is humanly possible, what I can do. Thank you, Edmund.
Okay. Yeah, this blog says, do not be alarmed as we restructure TBC in what it is meant to be. Our organization is growing up and maturing, and we no longer have the need for official titles for official titles as we move forward. We started our leadership. Blah, blah, blah. We started our leadership campaign 2 years ago by running elections in the fast growing countries of TBC. As you can see by the poster above, that was a great success. There is no need to run any more elections moving forward. The voice of TBC has been replaced by the voices of TBC. Thanks to the many broadcasters and to those that will become broadcasters ongoing into the future. Okay. The top 10 below the voice of TBC consisted of 7 elected leaders and 3 appointed leaders, and each of them have served the TBC community in ways words cannot begin to describe. Each of them has my personal eternal gratitude for their works and their results. It really warms my heart when I see leaders treated with respect and love. It saddens me deeply when some cast unreasonable expectations on leaders and will even behave abusively towards them. I hope that by removing titles such as elected leader, that those that would demonstrate abusive behavior would just stop and learn to support a leader when they step up. May every TBC leader step up and take on leadership roles. By no means should this call for resignations diminish these leaders in their ongoing efforts to lead the TBC community. The leadership structures the leadership structures each of them have built should remain in good standing without titles, and chains of command should stand strong regardless. This call for resignations is a necessary formality to put the world on notice that we are a people with leaders and don't require legal standing to march towards our mission and objectives for humanity. Titles imply legality, and we choose not to be limited to legal means to succeed at what we are doing for humanity. We refuse to fall into the legal traps and snares as we move forward. Do I do ideas require legal authority? That depends, doesn't it? it mean? It seems evil ideas love to wrap themselves in legal authority, don't they? Demonstrate is the murder of any person or people by their government, including genocide, political what politicide, and mass murder. Okay, I just couldn't get that word there.
Doesn't matter.
That is done legally. Do you get my point? Isn't ending poverty globally an idea based on goodness? We have thousands of years of proof that governments refuse to hear the cries of the poor to end poverty. All they do is make that problem worse. We cannot legally end poverty. They won't allow it. We also know violence is counterproductive to the objective to end poverty. Sorry, I just want to see something here. So the people need to realize that the responsibility of ending poverty globally rests upon the people themselves and must accept it as an idea. An idea that does not require authority, a good idea. TBC is the money that will make the idea come true. But TBC itself doesn't need legal standing to succeed. Legal structures will naturally form around TBC to support it without obligating obligation like what we have seen already happen already in the Philippines when 110 native tribes accepted TBC as their legal currency. TBC gives these tribes the pathway out of the legal oppression that they have suffered from for hundreds of years. When you read this agreement carefully, you will see it is free of obligatory any party for any reason. Have you been brainwashed into believing that something needs legal standing to be in the right? I could go on and on here making this point, but for the sake of time, I will simply ask you to open up your mind to all of the possibilities and consequences. One of the undesired consequences of passing out titles within the TBC community is that some felt entitled to abuse leaders holding a title. These people are wrong to think they can do that. So, by removing the titles together, it will be clear that we are all free to operate as we desire without the heavy burden of obligation on anyone's back, leaders or not. And I get that. You see, a lot of people did mismanage and abusively treat leaders, certain leaders. And for my mom, we are not appointed leaders and we weren't an elected leader, but we are leaders in the TBC community. And my mother and myself, and even a few of my friends that is big builders and community have been physically attacked by people who don't get the answers they require. It's just as if you are working at a job and you don't like something your boss says and you go and attack your boss for no reason. It's basically the same thing if you sit and think about it. If you see a leader doing good, support them. Don't expect more of them. That is wrong and slows us down. Our motto should be do no harm. We should appreciate all contributions, even if they are small by comparison. We will get more of the appreciate and recognize. So treat the leaders you see in the poster above with love and respect, and only place expectations upon oneself and not on any other. Sure, other opportunities and what? Sure. Offer opportunities and make agreements freely as individuals, where the benefits of such are mutual. Let's be givers and not takers in this world. Images of resignation letters will be placed at the bottom of this post to make it completely official. Okay. Now here is the Hydra. Now, if you guys know what a Hydra is, if you chop a Hydra's head off, just there like that. If you chop a Hydra's one head off, two will grow back in its place. If you chop two off, four will go back in its place. So now there's a piece about that as well. In a recent Send Button meeting, we told the viewers of our intent to become a Hydra type organization. In mythology, the Hydra is very difficult to kill because if you happen to cut off one of its heads, it will spontaneously grow back two more heads to replace that one that was chopped off. By removing the targets of the backs of the leaders in their poster above, We will grow without concern of personal attack. It's foolish to chop away at the head of a hydra and futile towards any desired result. These leaders don't know admin personally, and only through occasional chat have we communicated. In fact, we hardly chat at all compared to the early days when we raised up these leaders. These leaders are well trained and good examples to follow. All of us are asked to become broadcasters and lead in that manner. We want to develop a hydra with a million equal heads and become unbeatable when the elite wake up to our mass exodus from their system of control. We are going our own way and we do not need the elite. We will not fight the elite head on. Ours is a fight from the is the flight from the fight. Do no harm, completely non-violent. Each head enjoys the abundance it deserves, and we are one. We know that since silence is consent as far as the elite are concerned, and that is why we broadcast our ideas. Each of us will become masters of our own destiny, and we will cast off the chains that enslave us individually. Each of us must deprogram our minds to become free. I hope I hope all of you in TBC community will see the wisdom of this event and will look within yourselves to find the strength to become a self-appointed leader that does no harm as you build your own kingdom. May the principles of light, righteousness, sincere gratitude, loyalty, friendship, mercy, forgiveness, justice for all, abundance, peace, love, joyful living, humility that comes from strength, kindness, generosity, and helpfulness guide your thoughts, words, and actions. Knowing you are far from perfect, we are wiring towards personal perfection. Be good, be good to one another. The letters of resignation will come in here. Yeah, is one of Randy Wilson. Okay, now I'm not going to read it, but here is Randy Wilson. Here is Doc Dan. Here is Favor. Lawrence Butano Maleleke from South Africa. Yeah, Augustus Staneo. Mbe Derek. Michael Ilu. And so far, that's then the 7. Okay. So here's the blog that came out. Okay, and then here is the results from the cruise. Now Daniel Iwa, 530 paid recruits joined. He's first, and Doc Dan 269 is second. Okay. It is no surprise that most of the top 10 leaders of TBC have shown up on this contest leaderboard because they know what they are doing inside TBC and have taught many others how to succeed well as well. Congratulations to Daniel Iwa for getting 530 paid signups in June, and congratulations to Doc Dan for getting 269 paid signups in June. Both of these members are extremely impressive for an individual to achieve in a single month. There's Daniel Iwa, and here is Doc Dan. They both won staying with Randy Wilson and his wife in a 2-bedroom luxury suite on the cruise. Due to their stellar numbers this month in this contest, I'm going to sweeten their prizes to also include an additional cabin for their wives to come and share, and that the entire trip will be all expenses paid by admin, including airfare and hotels. I want to thank both of these great leaders for doing such a wonderful job. And then here's a video of Stephen Cuffey stating he's overjoyed of going to Africa that admin also posted on the blog. So here is the last few blogs that came out. Oopsie. And There you go. I am back. Hey, the broadcast seems to be slow tonight. Why is everyone so quiet? Hello, everybody. My sister, hello. I'm James. Okay, I get what admin is stating. By the elected leaders resigning, as stepping down from that title, it's meaning in the future it's just for self-protection. Like for instance, if I was hello Andrea Medlock, if I was an appointed president for TBC South Africa, I know Lawrence Butano Maluleke, the president of TBC South Africa. We know him already. And personally, I myself wouldn't want to have such a role because I know what kind of negative uh, atmosphere is around, what negative atmosphere can come around a person with such a title, what the actual scenario is when it comes to certain things. Like you could go meet a family, for instance, who's got some questions on TBC and you just want to spend some time with them, and the next thing you get beaten with a stick because they're not wanting to know, they're not getting the answers they want to hear.
Or verbal abuse.
Or they'll start verbally abusing people. So I get that. It's for self-protection of us leaders, of the appointed leaders. And it's actually in great appreciation because you might as well go to a day job that you work 9 to 5 and your boss tells you ask your boss, okay, can I get my salary a day earlier? And your boss says, no, I'll only give you your salary 2 days later. And then you go start hitting your boss with a stick. It's exactly the same thing. It's a different situation. But in a work environment, your boss is the leader of the workplace. And in TBC, we had appointed leaders. So it's exactly the same thing. And I get it. I understand that point.
We are all now voices, many voices, joining as one mission, one goal, one voice.
I'm a voice of TBC. My mom's a voice of TBC.
A voicerin.
The voiceress.
Oh, voiceress.
The voiceress of TBC. Andrea Medlock is a voiceress of TBC.
So
Stephen.
is Jules and Joanne.
So is Jules, Joanne, my wife. Stephen Cuffey. And so many more. We've got so much people that already do broadcasts. We do need a hell of a lot more, yes. But we've already got so much voices.
Yeah, why must we have a title?
We don't need to have a title anymore. I can give myself a title. I'm the best expert of TBC, but I will not give anyone that title, not myself, not anyone, because there's one expert. I won't even give myself the title as master because I'm still young. I still have some to learn. There is 2 TBC masters I know, and I won't mention their names. And even you guys know them.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. Okay, guys, I see I'm going to be late. I'm almost done. So then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say this, guys. Remember always, God always provides. And don't forget that. You see how TBC has evolved over the last 2 years, 2.5 years. You're going almost to 2 years and 6 months. We're 2 years and 4 months old now. So God has been there protecting TBC for the past 2 years and 4 months. Who says God's not going to protect TBC for another 24 years? So let's all stand together and let's believe in God because God does always provide. GAP.
Love, kindness, compassion, understanding,
Abundance.
Everything that Admin spoke about in the blog.
Admin is a godly person. And I thank Admin so much for that. Guys, till my mom's video in half an hour. I love you all. Remember always GAP. Ciao for now. Bye bye. Arrivederci.
Bye,